MovieWeb.com.
So I want to begin by asking you, in the film you play former Secretary of State Barbara Castle. Were you able to talk to friends or family? I know she's no longer with us, but were you able to talk to anyone who knew her to sort of get into the character?
Do you know what? I didn't. I just wanted to work away on my own, really. Subsequently, people have come up and said, I knew Barbara, I met Barbara, and either you nailed it or, hey, she drank gin, not whiskey, or something, you know. I don't mind all that, but I just needed to kind of funnel in for myself. So I read her biography and I looked at news footage of her and at photographs. I worked with a dialect coach, Penny Dyer, because I wanted to get her speech rhythms down. And of course, when you're doing a wardrobe and hair and makeup, it's all part of it, and trying to create her in front of your eyes, even though I'm not her, and you know, you're just trying to honor what she looked like and how she presented herself and why.
Are you taking it all from the script, or how do you sort of, when you're playing someone who was a real person, a character who was a real person, how do you sort of divide what was real and what you're creating?
Well, what she has to say in the movie is not verbatim, apart from the speech at the end. So there is a certain license there, but I thought that Billie Ivory had captured the essence of Barbara and was true to her spirit. So I didn't find it difficult to assimilate what I knew, superimpose that on what was already there in the script. And she is a sympathetic character. You know, she's very humane, and she's interested and interesting. She's juicy. She's full of life. You know, and she can drink with the guys or the girls, or somebody I would have liked to have met and liked to have spent some time with.
Well, she has an interesting role in the strike in the film, because she obviously feels for what these women are going through, but at the same time has to do her job and is dealing with the possible threat from Ford. Can you talk about where her sort of is torn there, that balance?
Well, I think it's something which speaks to, perhaps particular to women who are dividing their home life and their work life, even today, in a more or less uneasy balance. She is connected by that to Rita O'Grady and to Ross Pike's character, you know, and it's a bit like class disappearing and it becoming about every woman, but actually it's about everyone as well. Ultimately, the movie, it's about, you know, you as an individual, you with like-minded people can affect change, you know, but you've got to mean it, you've got to want it and know why. I think she's very isolated in what is essentially a man's world, and with deeply entrenched beliefs, and she just wants to cut through all that. By meeting the women as a woman, I think she's at a tremendous advantage, because she's a negotiator. You know, if a man had been in her job at that same time, maybe we wouldn't be as far down. Maybe he dealt with it in a different way, or been much more severe or dismissive, patronising about the women, and promised them something and then not followed through. It seems Barbara was incapable of not following through, which is amazing, and she was very humane, and also she was putting her job on the line, possibly.
Yeah.
You know,
really the
she
right woman in the right place.
Yeah,
at the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
What if Mrs. Castle says no deal?
How will you cope then?
Cope? We're women. Now, don't ask such stupid questions.